The idea to initially join the military, my father actually brought up. I always had a curiosity about it, but I had never really looked into it. And I had done some college, but I really wasn't too sure which route I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. And my dad just mentioned the idea, and we looked into it right away, and it wasn't even that long. It was within a couple months span that I just decided, signed up, and shipped out. My recruiter said, well, there's this combat documentation production specialist, and I was like, what's that? You know, and he explained it to me a little bit, and I was like, sure, why not? I've never been into photography, videography, nothing about it, and until the military. I love being combat camera, as we say for short. It's been awesome. I've had so many adventures in the military, traveled all over. To me, it's the best job in the military because you kind of get to see every aspect of the military through your job, and you get to tell the soldier's story. So to me, it's been the most awesome part of my career so far. Just the impact it's had on my life is why I continue to serve and stay in. I love being in, I love what it stands for, and I love the opportunities that I've had through the military. It was right at the beginning of 2019 that some things had been said that actually got me worried about my career. Where I'm at now, I've had photos that I've taken get put into magazines and be seen like all around the world. It's just like I never thought that was gonna happen, you know. So it's just it's been a really, really huge impact on my life. It's been a great experience, and that's why I'm still in and want to still continue to stay in, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm a station technician for Southern California Gas Company out of Aliso Canyon. I've worked here for a little over 5 years. SoCal Gas has been phenomenal when it comes to anything regarding my military career as well. I've been taken away from here to go on active duty orders a number of times. They've been extremely supportive and accommodating to anything that had to do with my military service. I work in the storage fields. We do anything from maintaining our wellhead and valves to the pipelines, making sure that everything's working properly, greasing valves if necessary. We have men and women, working here in the gas storage fields, and just like any other person, that my gender has no regard to the work that I'm able to perform. I'm able to complete any task thrown at me in a safe and efficient manner. I've always been the most happy, optimistic person that people usually know. There's still always deep down a part that I wasn't happy about. If I look back, ever since even I was as young as I can remember, I always felt more like a guy. Like, just all the boyish things that you would consider as boyish things. I would always want to dress like the boys. I was always playing with them. I was never doing the girly things. I didn't want Barbies or have Barbies. I wanted G.I. Joes, and I would play with those, Ninja Turtles. I also just felt more attracted to those kind of things. I had a lot of friends that were girls as well, but I felt different around girls. And it didn't click until I got older that feeling I was having towards girls was an attraction. I still felt different though. I never liked the term lesbian, and I think subconsciously I always knew it's like a reaffirmation, you're a woman. So I never liked to use that term. If anybody ever asked me, I would just always say like, I like girls. I never felt comfortable with myself. I just noticed my own discomfort with my own body and certain things that shouldn't be uncomfortable for a female. As I got older, I started to notice more and more how I felt. I started cutting it like shorter into a more masculine haircut. The way I dressed was more masculine. I had taken a selfie of myself, but I was in one of those like flat black tank tops, and it was like kind of darker in the room, and it was just in the mirror. And when I had taken the picture of myself, and then I looked at it afterwards, I was like, I look like a guy, And when I saw it, it was just like this huge epiphany moment. I didn't even know how to react to it. There's like a lot of different feelings that happened at the same time, good and bad. Basically, there was a chance that being in the military and being trans, that you could get kicked out. And nothing was set in stone yet, but it did bring up some worries sometimes because I love being in the military, I love serving, and it's been like one of the best things of my life, ever. And so when that moment came, that it came to decide like whether to stay in the service or transition, I was already at that point that I knew transitioning is what I needed to do for myself. Later on that year, it was put out that you could be trans and be in the military, that it was all right. As soon as that got pushed out, that there was no changes and I wouldn't get kicked out, because that was the biggest worry, was getting kicked out, right away I started the process. It was pretty overwhelming of the support and how supportive and happy for me everyone was. Basically with them being respectful of everything, name change-wise, gender change, they just didn't question it, and they made sure it was just a really smooth transition coming back. I had a lot of people come up to me and just, let me know how happy they were for me, that they were fully supportive, and it was everybody from the lowest ranks to the highest ranks at our unit. I even had, a full bird colonel, that I didn't even know that well, just come and reach out and just let me know, that he was there for me and that it was okay, and that he was just proud of the individual and the soldier that I was. I know there are a lot of people out there that say that someone who's transgender should not be serving in the military, but who I am doesn't change who I am as a soldier. I feel like I perform even better because I'm happier with myself, and I know that I'm who I'm supposed to be now. And because of that, if anything, I feel like I perform better in all aspects of my life. People that are younger, just like myself when I was younger, it's not the easiest decision to make sometimes. You could be worried about how family's gonna react, how friends are gonna react, or anything of that nature, or you could even just be worried about people you don't even know. And it could be a fear just because you want people to accept you, because that's human nature. You want to be accepted by other humans. But you shouldn't have that stop you if it's gonna have a negative impact on your happiness and your own life, because from my experience, how I felt, I would not want to feel like that again. Do what's going to make you happy and give you the life that you want, and you just need to do what's best for you and take care of yourself. My name is Staff Sergeant Heath Doppke. I'm United States Army Reserve, and I am trans.